My name is Deborah Davis. I and my husband, James Davis, live in Edwardsville, Illinois. And we have traveled here for about 3 years now to help with Behind the Big House tours and the Be a Docent, basically. I am actually an African American Burton descendant. My brother, who is also joining us today, we both descend from Beatrice Burton, who was a descendant of Charles Burton, who was the descendant of the slave George Burton, who was owned by Mary Melvina Burton. We have found that George's brother, a pension record actually, and just yesterday to this morning, that gives us a concrete proof that our Burtons are in fact the same Burtons that were owned by Mary Melvina. George, in my belief, came from Virginia here to Mississippi with Mary. He was one of 15 slaves that she owned in 1830 while still in Virginia and married to Patrick Burton, or Patrick Phillip, because he was known as Dr. Phil, of course. And so the two were married in 1827, decided at some point to come to Mississippi. But by the time any records were actually found with Mary Melvina, as Mr. Person said earlier, Mary had divorced with Dr. Phil because of his philandering and no good doings or whatever. So Mary actually became a sole, not only single mother, but a single female slave owner, and she was the slave owner of ancestors of ours. After we became acquainted with Mr. Person, and the way that I actually became acquainted to start was, I guess the first tour, we came down for a family reunion, and my cousin Tommy Allen said, "Oh, they toured Burton Place, the home where the owner of our ancestors." And I was like, "Oh, how'd you know that?" He said, "Oh, family always talk about who owned us, but just we never knew anything about this house." And so I asked him to bring me to see the house. And so as we were passing by, I noticed the door was open, and I said, "Oh, let's stop. Somebody's home." And they're like, "No, you can't be bothering those people, you know." I was like, "No, I just want to go knock on the door. I'm asking, can I see the slave house, you know?" And so when I knocked on the door and basically introduced myself to Mr. Person, the rest of that has been history. We was formed a great friendship, and to the point now he's my Uncle David. And so whenever they have, really important things here, my husband and I, we just jump in the car and come down and gladly help out.